hats off to you. Congratulations, because how much did you put in the Series A and what is the reward?
I think the Series A investment back in April 2008 was, the total round was about $5.5 million. And I think the company was valued about $12.5 million at the time. And two venture firms put in $2.75 million each.
So it's valued $11.5 million. It is now valued at $3.7 billion. That must be such a reward for you. And did this take you by surprise? How long was this? We understand there were talks with Cisco late at night in hotels. When did you get the offer on the table?
So we actually signed the agreement with Cisco literally minutes before it was announced yesterday.
Wow.
So, we were really proceeding down the path to be a public company. And I think the strong belief within the company's management team and the board that this could be a multi-billion-dollar business looking forward. And, Cisco and the company did know each other. And, a few days ago, Chuck, the CEO at Cisco, invited the CEO of AppDynamics over to his home. And that led to some very, intense conversations, and with Cisco's management team, and I think the, and the AppDynamics team, came to the conclusion that, merging with Cisco, could really help accelerate the mission of the company and, gain market share much, much faster. If
it had listed, do you think it would have got to a $3.7 billion valuation anytime soon?
It's hard to really tell exactly just because we didn't go public, but the IPO roadshow was very, very strong. Within a couple of days, the offering was completely oversubscribed. So, the best data we have is that if we had got public tomorrow, it would have been a very, very strong IPO and would have likely traded up. So.
I think it's fascinating. I mean, you've been on the board of AppDynamics. In fact, Greylock helped this company grow. It was the first offices that were provided. They were working in Greylock with you when this company was first born in 2008. Do you think, apart from the price tag, Cisco is the right way to go rather than listing?
I think every company has to make their own determination on whether they continue as a public company or go, or are acquired at some point in their life cycle. Cisco is clearly a world-class technology company with, world-class, reach, a world-class management team, just incredible resources. So, I think Cisco can be just an excellent home for AppDynamics, both in terms of extending reach for the product line very, very quickly, across the world's largest enterprises, and also in terms of synergy, with the infrastructure monitoring data that Cisco has. So combining that data with the application and business performance data that AppDynamics has today can be really, really powerful looking forward.
What does this say to the highly valued unicorns that are out there at the moment, looking at the market, wondering whether to IPO, wondering whether to go to be acquired? Do you think this might put off others going public?
I don't think so, because I think actually, the indication from the roadshow that the company undertook is that the public markets seem to be very, very open and very receptive for the best technology businesses. I was in the roadshow, the group lunch in San Francisco just 2 days ago, and it was standing room only. The room was full of public market investors. There was a very rich dialogue going on. So, just this morning, my email's full of email messages from a number of public market investors around the country, just saying, hey, congrats, but saying, like, we really wanted to kind of, purchase stock in this company.
And so now when you're looking at the money you've you've returned your fund and then some, it would seem. Where do you next put money when you're looking at Greylock? What's the hottest thing? You've shown the way that you're a right stock picker when it comes to it.
Yeah, so at Greylock, we're fortunate to have two very strong practices. One is the enterprise technology practice, and the other is consumer. I spend my time on the enterprise side, and on enterprise, really focused on the world's 20,000 largest companies, which is really where the world's IT budget lies. So I'd say maybe just two themes I'd say that I'm intrigued by right now is one is just taking AI and machine learning and applying it to use cases that can be deployed in very, very large companies. And seeing value in that and customer and business value. And the other is cybersecurity continues to be an area that's very, very opportune. So continue to look at that area.